that Leviathan's forces attack Earth, and most of our heroes leave Parker Industries to try and stop them. A handful stay behind to look over Kay Kuwait, who has been drawing monsters as fast as he can. The young Inhuman is struggling to keep up. The Leviathan's forces seem endless, and while heroes from all over the world are doing their best to fight back, it's not enough. Meanwhile, in the Sanctum Sanctorum, Doctor Strange and the other mystic heroes begin workshopping other solutions. Banishment doesn't seem to be working, so they're considering another option: evacuation. Nothing is ideal, but going to the realm of Limbo is at least a possible way to save some people. It will be difficult though. Magic is not quite potent as it once was. Suddenly, a monster attack knocks most of the mystics out, and Vision loses contact with Doctor Strange. Captain America can't believe it. They're seriously considering evacuation. He asks Vision if there's anything else they can do. Kay is lost. He's running out of monsters to draw. Moon Girl asks about other monsters in his sketches, but Kay explains that those aren't real. He can't summon them, he just made them up. Miles reassures Kay's parents that everything will be okay, but the heroes were left to guard the boy for a reason. The legend of the Leviathan Mother told of assassins sent to kill the summoner last time, and history has a bad habit of repeating itself. As the monsters begin to fight the assassins, one slips past and attacks Kay. Luckily, Elsa is able to save him. She stays behind to fight the assassins while Spider-Man, Moon Girl, and Kay flee with his family. Kuwait is understandably shaken up, so Spider-Man gives him a superhero name, Kid Kaiju, before ordering him to run with everyone else. The group come up to a locked door, and while Moon Girl opens it, Spider-Man struggles to hold off the approaching assassins. Kay manages to make a quick sketch of Devil Dinosaur, summoning him here. The beast devours the assassins, and Moon Girl is relieved to see her partner. Outside, the fighting stops as lightning crashes, and rumbling is heard. She is here. The Leviathan Queen has come. Captain America says this is it. Avengers, Champions, X-Men, Inhumans, everyone, assemble. Hello and welcome to Comic Island. My name is Arden, and this is my recap and review of Monsters Unleashed number 4. So here we have yet another pretty solid entry in this series. With Salvador Lacora handling the art, we have a comic that's a lot of fun and features some great moments of monster-on-monster action. That being said, this is the penultimate chapter of this story, and like many crossovers before it, it's kind of weakest because of it. Reading issue number 4, I am glad this series is only 5 issues long, because there's only so much monster-on-monster action I can handle before it starts to get old. This event went big, and that's great, but it did kind of make things non-stop in the main series. So yeah, 5 issues is kind of long enough. It's been wall-to-wall monsters from start to finish, and I'm good. I enjoyed it, but I'm ready to move on. Don't get me wrong, it's still a great issue. Additionally, the way heroes are used throughout the issue, but in this entire series in general, is really well done. All sorts of great characters crop up in the story for both funny jokes and important plot points. It's kind of a big, convincing argument for Marvel's current status quo. For example, they kind of showcase how magic's going to work after the whole End of Magic story. It's still a thing, it's still a force in the Marvel Universe, it's just been toned down a bit in power. That's a nice way of getting Doctor Strange and the mystical heroes more in line with the other superpowers and technology on Earth. I like that idea and think it's a healthy decision for Marvel's continuity, and Monsters Unleashed shows how it can work with the story rather than against it. As it turns out, Colin Bunn, a pretty great writer to begin with, really excels at event writing. He uses the characters well, he embraces the need for action in a story like this and consistently delivers a lot of it. He does a pretty good job with pace and structure, and he manages to tell a story that could have easily spiraled out of control, keeping it focused and fun. Sure, Kay is a bit of an overly standard MacGuffin character, but at least there's something going on with him of interest. He's got a bit of a story arc, plus cool powers, and Kid Kaiju is an awesome superhero name. I kinda hope he sticks around because he's got a really cool power set for a superhero. Someone who can draw, summon, and if this story is heading in the direction I kinda hope it's heading, create monsters would be cool on any superhero team. Like, him going up against any villain is just gonna be so great. And you know, last issue, while I was complaining about the plague of Inhumans in recent Marvel stories, some people in the comments section did point out that Terrigen Cloud was released all over Earth. So a lot of Inhumans showing up and driving major events in the world of Marvel does kind of make sense. That's fair, and I do like how this means that a major development in the world of Marvel, i.e. the Terrigen Cloud, has had consequences on events following that. I'll give them credit, that is something. I mean, it's a contrived something because they obviously set this all up for that very reason, and would be a lot more credulous if the writers were still allowed to create mutant characters during all of this, but at least that makes sense. At least it was set up and paid off nicely, and through this and Civil War II, it really shaped things following the release of the Terrigen Cloud. I'll give you that. That is kind of cool. Anyways, all that aside, Monsters Unleashed number 4 is a pretty great issue overall in what is a pretty awesome event. I liked it and would recommend you check it out for yourself. Thanks for watching this video. Let me know what you thought of Monsters Unleashed number 4 in the comments section below. And if you want to help us make more content, check out our link to the Patreon page in the video description. Finally, don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep reading comics.